You actually don't. Your brain just shuts off
Yeah.
when you're like, I have in my champion pool this. It's already banned. Oh, what else do I play?
5 seconds. Decide. Decide
It's
now.
so hard. So having the coaches, I feel like it's such an awesome addition over the past few years to like relieve that stress and let things kind of flow a little bit better for the players.
As someone who played the majority of my game time without a coach, I can tell you it is immensely important. And I actually look back on my stupidity, and I remember specifically saying at one point, no, we don't need a coach. We're fine. We're fine.
We're good. We're going to show
boy, were
we
we
can do
wrong.
it without. There's the Pykel banned out. Fun fact, Pykel is kind of Pike nickname. That's what it comes from.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Pykel.
Who's called Pykel?
Well, I've just said Pike's, like, that's what his name comes from. It's Pykel, so there's like Pike.
Oh, I see.
Like
okay.
Mike. Yeah. Elise Yumi, Aurelia, and Rise. Not rising to the occasion today. Again, Yumi just being banned out. I guess there's nothing to really like trade there unless you're like, hey, now you ban Silas and we get Aatrox.
But
Or like you ban Aatrox, we get Silence.
she's so weird in the ban screen that you've got all these badass looking characters, Elise on her throne, Pike invisible, pirate assassin, and then you got a cute cat.
True. And a book. You didn't even see
Right.
the book. That's the thing that hits you harder. Silas, as we figured. Aatrox, as we figured. Ooh, Rakan too. So they look to break up the Xayah Rakan.
Yes, that's forcing 100 Thieves to, do you want to take Xayah right now without the Rakan? And
Like the Nico.
they would like it, but I want to talk about the Silas. That's been a pick that, when it's played at the highest level, 100% first pick it. It's the best flex right now. Downside is you have to be really good at Silas. So every time that somebody else picks it up, seeing somebody be amazing with it, they almost always drop the ball. So I want to see Ryu here just have an outstanding performance on Silas, because otherwise it's not going to be very useful because it doesn't have a lot of wave clear. So you
Right.
need to be very proactive. It's kind of like Fizz, where you need to be aggressive. Your team needs to work with you. Otherwise, you're just going to fall behind. And the second that they siege, if you're not strong enough to engage, you're useless.
You're either explosive or you're not. You have to go in there. So the Xayah does get over Lovers Duo. Second game in a row, but it's going to be switched sides over to the red side now. And we have Ryu grabbing up Jarvan for Anda in the jungle. That'll be very great for him, as it's one of his strong junglers in his wheelhouse. Second phase, kind of focusing on Stunt and Prismal in the bot side. Like we said, Rikara had a very nice lane, so it was good for 100. Clutch Gaming to pick that up early and get them safe in the bot side.
And we've got the Aatrox on red side. It's a flex pick. It can go top, it can go jungle, and some people still play it in the mid lane, so it is a viable pick for 3 flexes. I think it's going to be going into the top lane, but that's something that 100 Thieves has to respect. And there it is. The newest criminal on Summoner's Rift, Lux support. She's so busted right now. Amazing as a support.
Tell us
if
why.
you don't know why, you need to be playing her. One, you can go the Aftershock build.
Oh, that's
The second you connect the route from a mile away, you are ungodly tanky.
70-70.
Just crazy tanky. Secondly, you actually offer good wave clear and good lane harass. You can shove a wave faster than almost anybody else, since your E actually helps proc that. You have a ton of damage and burst on your own. You've got catch. You can fight often.
This is not what
tanky.
Aftershock was made for.
Well, we find a way to abuse
Oh
things
my
here in
God.
Summoner's Rift. That's the whole point of being a pro. You got to find the most harmless champion, the most innocent of abilities,
Everything
and
good,
turn it foul.
Always used for bad. Remember that. Remember that. Ezreal and Tom Kench being locked in. Pretty safe lane on that side. Prismal enjoying the Ezreal safety of a lane, but just building up and then having quite a bit of impact towards the late game. What's going to be in a lane? Kennen getting locked in. I like that.
Ooh,
Seen a little bit of Kennen play yesterday, and we could have it go to either lane. Most likely the top, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's up against Nico and Aatrox, so that's probably, yes, the Silas mid, and the Cannon is mid as well.
You think so?
No.
Aatrox gets
No.
autoed out.
Yeah, no, it's Aatrox against Silas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Aatrox is pretty good into Silas. Melee range, you're almost bound to be hitting your Qs every single time. You've got a lot of heal as well. You can snowball it, and both junglers are really strong early on. So there's going to be a lot of fighting in this game, especially around the solo lanes, because bottom, it's Tom Kench Ezreal. It's the safest lane you can have right now. And then you've got the Xayah Rakan. Again, really safe as a lane, especially once you hit that level 6. really easy to turn, really easy to disengage. It's all about solo lane action for 100 Thieves versus Clutch.
I don't know what we're gonna see from this composition. I'd like to see that the Silas being able to steal so many good ultimates in a game, but I feel like they also did a nice job at kind of negating that. You know, it's not that great to steal the World Ender. Kennen's ultimate is huge, but you're putting yourself in his Silas, and you have to be in the middle. You don't have like a lightning rush to get in there. So we will see how they fare as they get to middle and show off their dance moves. Ooh, flag and drag.
I think the Rek'Sai ult might just be the best one to steal, even though it doesn't have an AP ratio. And yeah, Aatrox isn't bad. It's just not crazy ult like stealing like a Dr. Mundo or an Alistar ultimate for a Silas.
Was it the MSI play where he dipped under a turret dive or got out of a turret dive by stealing Silas ult in the or Rek'Sai ult the Silas in the end? I can't remember the game. I remember the play in my head, but none of the players. That's very efficient brain. Thank you. It was right down there on the left flame bucket. Near that torch.
Just space being used up for Silas plays.
Yep.
They're that memorable.
He is one of the most memorable champions for a commentator because even in a situation, you know what he does, you know how he does it, you don't know if he's going to die or not. So it's unpredictable to start your cast saying like, oh, he's going down in this, now I have to fill this. It's actually always a toss-up. He could actually live if he gets a good heal, another good heal, right? So it's a different entrance in his kind of like fight cast.
Well, I've seen it get even more confusing when you've got two really big, noisy ultimates, like a Rumble ultimate that get dropped on top of another Rumble ultimate. You're like, wait a minute, who dropped which? Or two Kennen ultimates happening at once. Because he does turn himself into the shape of the champion that he's ulting as well. So it confuses even further.
Rodolph using the best Kennen skin. I'm glad he knows. Deadly Kennen. The Deadpool Kennen.
The red one?
It's the best.
It's
basically Deadpool.
It is. That's the one I used to run too.
Yes. Everybody was like, why don't you run Swamp Master? And I'm like, it's cool. I know what it is, but Deadly Kennen.
Oh,
okay,
Swamp Master?
Yeah.
Over this?
Yeah, right? That's what I'm talking about. See, he starts E, a lot due for the resistances.
It got changed.
But did it get... Oh, yeah, that's right. He used to start for the resistances. Now you just do it.
Yeah, you just do it because it's so easy to run away from anything and avoid any trades, avoid any ganks. It's actually really annoying to lane against that.
True.
It is a weird change because
like not a lot of people use it, and then they did, and they're like, "Oh, that's too strong."
Because you never got hit during an ultimate, really, right? The whole point of the ult was flashing and get them stunned so they don't hit you, and then use Zhonya's when they turn.
A few times I have actually like lived a Requiem because I E'd though. Like you know you saved yourself because you got the amped resistance. Good back and forth in the mid lane as both of these melee fighters trade. Ryu feeling pretty good about the situation. Let's see how close he gets for the flag and drag. Little too early. Had a lot of room to walk up, but Anda still feels like the pressure was enough to get the flash out, and that's just as good to come back and make the second flag and drag hurt more.
Yeah, that was really close, and now they have control over the bottom lane, or sorry, mid lane. That's going to let them secure this first. Scuttlecraft, bottom lane is having some tussling, though.
That's a lot of action for a Scuttle. Usually there's still quite a bit of farming here, but these bruisers... Oh, he got him stuck out of the tunnel, so that's going to be bad. Flash over the wall. 2 flashes in the last minute burned here by Anda and Ryu in the mid lane. Now they could have themselves in trouble. Stunts in a bad spot. He gets pinched out, but they get themselves to safety and great map roaming to bring down some Clutch Gaming summoners.
Major Danger is so lucky that Anda actually missed that combo because otherwise I'm pretty sure he was going to go down. Another gank on Sun.
There's that flash down. Summoner feels good. He gets himself a quick push out. No Dragon Strike to come in with that Q from Anda or a hit from Ryu. And a lot of pressure towards the mid lane. This relieves it from the map, but you can't even get the pressure in from Major Danger. So now 100 Thieves can kind of just play around, figure out where to now put Anda. It's for a second Scuttle Crab, and he says, lanes, play safe. We got good control in mid.
And that's going to get that teleport out of the mid lane. Ryu does have the opportunity to save his or use it to continue to lane here. And it's just up to 100 Thieves as a team as to what he does, because if you keep it, then you can start using that teleport to make some plays in the bottom lane, and just all around making plays with Jarvan, because you can teleport to that flag if you ever need to help your jungler out.
Dark Seal, bit of vision top for your Kleptomancy Kennen. He continues to clear. Doing a pretty good job, actually, at keeping it cleared up against Fake God. Nigo can push pretty good with her abilities. If you get in there with an Electrical Surge, Kennen can do so too.
Such an old icon for the Kleptomancy Lord. I'm glad they keep that.
Heck yeah. The original green?
Yeah.
They have an even earlier one for the strength potion that you get. It's like the circular red potion with a round top.
I just did. Oh, maybe that was like season 1.
Yeah, because they were the diamond, like the diamond potions after that, or the Prisma ones. Good flag and drag over. Ryu looking pretty good, but again, there's that health steal. You don't know if he's going down right away. So much lifesteal coming back onto Silas, and they keep themselves nice and tanky. A bit of a disadvantage in the HP area, but they're still good to stay in lane and try this again. Good vision control, and Anda maybe biting off more than he can chew here. But it looks like they'll be safe to do it. I just don't know how much they'll get from it.
I think 100 Thieves could have had that, but Anda once again missing the flag and drag on the target that actually matters. So some did not get hit by that. Instead, it connected onto the Rek'Sai. It should have been both, but at the very least, it should have been on Sun so that they are at least hitting the same target. But because that misses, Clutch Gaming gets to walk away winning that fight and gets even a flash out of that trade.
Over to the Grump. Good clear speed. Quite ahead here as Major Danger looks like he's kind of hovering top side as he grabs Grumps. He's going to go for a brush gank. A lot of magic resistance here from Rodov, because of Rodov. Negatron mitigation there on the side of Fake God, so he'll be able to live through quite a bit. And interesting to see here, looking for the counter gank onto Anda if they were actually going to be hitting up Rodov on that wave push, but no pressure towards the top side just yet. Scuttle's coming up soon, so expect that action.
Yeah, that magic resist is going to be building into the famous Wits End Nico.
Yeah.
Very powerful on-hit build now.
What a bait for the Scuttle. Yeah, they're like, who's going first?
Oh, that's so annoying. Level 6 to 4, and he already stole the ult.
Yeah, that does feel bad. We're not going to be able to get it. Slicing Maelstrom goes down. Good damage on Major Danger, but they are going to lose their Joey first. Or, I'm sorry, they lose Anda first due to the hands of Joey. Seeing the support come up with a kill, it isn't always the thing you're expecting. But Stunt, he gets one too, so support trade kills on that. And they are going to be losing Sun and Major Danger on the side of Clutch Gaming.
That was a great roam out of the supports, making sure that they were going to fight for the second scuttler top in the game. So these guys just want to fight for everything, and I am not complaining because you want to see these compositions go head-to-head. Rek'Sai and Jarvan, you better hope we see some fighting.
The Ignite goes down. Quick kill. Major Danger falls, and then it's just in the pit. Here, let's go fight.
Nico still has his, and Ryuk didn't even find a target to use the ultimate on, so he still has that on lock, but it should be pretty easy to steal it once again.
Back to blue. Giving this to Silas. See if Ryu gets this on the way up. Doesn't look like he's heading over just yet.
Oh, that's a ping on
There's a ping. Nice guy. Delivered over. He's going to miss some CS for this. We'll see what the rotation from Sun will get. Looks like it's just going to be a ward behind red buff. If not, he is going to walk face first into Tom Kench.
That's the power of having a manaless jungler like Rek'Sai. You don't have to care about giving away the blue buffs to your mid laners and feel bad that it might affect your clear.
Yeah. Nice stab on the Sun. Man, I don't know. I can tell you how many times 4 hits on a Vision Ward cost me my life, but Sun's going to live. What a rotation from the bot side up to the top. Going through the river. Joey's quite fast. Major Danger's got that speed to be tunneling through, and they're able to collapse very quick on what 100 Thieves thought was their play.
That was an engage.
Teleport in, just for Kara.
No, this TP is just going to be there, shoving the minion wave. And luckily for 100 Thieves Academy, that's only a Mountain Dragon that they're losing out of that one, because that engage was not premeditated. That was just a matter of, I think he's there. Yeah. Let's go, let's tussle. I don't care who else is coming in. Maybe he should have, because you just can never count out Joey when you're dealing with Clutch Gaming Academy already being a part of every single kill.
Oh my god, they were so far up the lane already, even with a pushed minion wave. So you wouldn't expect Joey to be in the river somehow already.
That's the Moby boots
that
on the Rakan.
Gotta go fast.
So annoying to deal with that as a jungler when you're trying to make plays and then the support just casually, oh, first item boots, I'm here too. And now suddenly you're team fighting early on while all you wanted was a nice and easy 2v1 or a 2v2.
Makes things a little rough for Rodov. His lane's been able to get some kills and an assist just by getting to roam around. Still good in CS though as he builds up towards Gunblade for himself. Oh. Be careful on that one, though. Ryu stays safe in mid. His ult's up. Who can he decide to steal, though? Looks like actually everybody around him, besides Rek'Sai, is about to come back up. He may just get a world ender for himself here if he gets dove to keep himself with some movement speed. Over the side comes Anda. They need to try to do a little bit more here to keep themselves in this game. They're not falling behind by any means, but the initiations are looking scary with Clutch able to get there much sooner.
Another scuttle has spawned. Will we see another battle?
Damage on the stunt. Still looking for the gray health. Easy back and forth. Nobody's getting a pure initiation down there. 100 CS to the bot laners as they keep their farm continuously up. Very nice for 10 minutes into the game, and another fight comes in. Stun not using that gray health. He tries to deflect it now. Ricard goes for the Feather Storm. A nice stopwatch. Not enough follow-up damage here from Ezreal to save stun, but it is the teleport that makes them turn away. Beautifully done, or they were about to lose their support.
That was a really good stopwatch out of stun, and
yeah.
I don't think Clutch Gaming even knew that that was about to come up for him only 1 minute after stopwatches actually are available. So if you lost track of time and you did not check when that... Oh, he's going in.
Oh, he gets to pull himself forward to get the charm on. That's going to be 1 second for Joey. And Ricard now taken down. What an effective kill on the bot side as Ryu continues that play after it looked like it was over.
Just the next level teleport out of him, going for that, and a flash from Matic. Danger.
Plop Blossom, good stun. Well, Plop Blossom, Pop Blossom. Don't add another L. He did plop down, though. Here's the teleport, slicing Maelstrom right off the bat. He says, you're in! You're stunned. Welcome to the party. Fake God almost gets himself killed here. Rek'Sai ultimate comes out, and he does a nice job of flashing away from the clone to make sure he was not the one to get killed.
And that was not the place for the teleport. That's an Ezreal teleporting into the middle of Rek'Sai and Kennen. I've seen that scene in the zoo when you feed the whales. Just throw fish out there, they'll consume it.
Like piranhas. We went from whales to piranhas. Big fish, small fish. Let's see how this one happened in the bot side. I love the E, pulling him forward to connect the quickness. That's so good.
Woo. It's so dangerous.
And then here, Fake God with a nice escape, but that TP in, check the error box on this one.
So luckily for Clutch, no one takes a tower shot, and this is just not it. This ain't it.
I think he definitely thought he had like 3 more seconds on a dive, but they just peeled off and were like, oh, look, someone's teleporting.
Yeah, this is a little greedy almost. Actually, if you notice how Rek'Sai missed the initial Q on the first gank, had she connected the Q, she would have killed Nico with that ultimate. So even more reason to hit your skill shots, and even less of a reason for you to teleport top and then burn your flash right away. He really just, I don't want to use these summoners. Get him off me.
Look at this vision denial. 3 pink wards all the way down river. Nothing for Clutch Gaming to see there. It's going to be a Rift Herald going over to the hands of 100 Thieves. So nicely done by them to get them a little bit more map control. We are about to have a 40 seconds with plates dropping off. 1 grabbed in mid, 1 grabbed in bot for the side of Clutch Gaming. And I believe 4 grabbed overall by the side of 100 Thieves. So it looks like that could be even out.
He's got to pop that right now.
Got
Use it now. Oh no, he's gonna waste time. He's not gonna be able to get the money out of the plate usage.
Rift hit. Whoa! What? And it goes in. It looks like he was saying this is a stop, a fight, Cataclysm. He didn't want to go back and Conqueror's there, but it's not. Or actually, Electrocute for major danger. So it wasn't the extra damage already procced in. And it looks like they will get themselves tunneled down for some vision control.
That would have been just enough gold to actually even out the goal score right now. 3 plates, about 500 there. You hate to see that. Just a lack of priority between the jungler and Ryu, a mid laner out of 100 Thieves Academy.
Yeah, you think with it grabbed a minute before they're going down, your priority is at least to get it and get that gold. But hey, they're not worse for the wear. They can still use it. It's just not as much cash burn in the hole in their pocket. We'll get some. There's 15 golds for a tunnel still, maybe. I have to check my bank account later.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I'm the one that plays the Rek'Sai, so I'm never figuring out tunnels.
You're not snuffing out your own tunnels. So they use it a little short here, clear out the vision in mid, and it's going to be a Rift Herald. It's going to need some damage after this. They'll be down to about 25%. Not even.
Just 1 minute later use of the Rift Herald, about 500 gold less in their pockets, but they group up for it, and they're going to try to use this to clear vision to prepare for this Ocean Dragon, which is going to be a tricky situation because there is that vision in the river from the scuttle that Clutch Gaming took already.
Ocean OP though. That healing is so great. I remember watching the Double Lifted Faker interview. They both asked, which is the best dragon? Ocean. Boom. Same.
Every laner will tell you that. No jungler will ever tell you Ocean is my favorite dragon.
Okay. Out of there goes stun. He says we have no initiation off of this. Red buff going to be able to grab by Anda. And he is good to go for now. 5-4, 15.5 minutes into this one. We're pretty even on gold. Clutch Gaming is finding a bit of that lead, though. Nobody's top, nobody's bot. The waves are reset. And it looks like it's going to be a bit of an ARAM in mid here until we find one of these turrets going down. I mean, Clutch is standing on one leg, and it's not much better here for the side of 100 Thieves.
And here comes Anda again. He's trying to look for a counter gank again instead of looking for his own plays. And we got pings in the blue side, so trying to use that 4-man advantage in the bottom side to contest that blue buff. But luckily for Clutch Gaming, they've got 3 members that don't use mana. You've got the top, the mid, the jungle. They're all resourceless, so they're more than fine just continuing to go for this and looking for Clutch Gaming. Sun, who just flashes out.
Looks like they're looking for their son. What?
Where did he go?
Where'd he go? There's the, you can see the stolen ultimate ring on Rodov. Bye-bye, fake guy. We knew that was coming as we heard Rek'Sai scream, major danger. There's danger in the top lane for Fake God. He can teleport back up, so he won't miss too much. That wave is crushed to the turret, though, and this may be the pressure with major danger top that will be added towards mid lane. They take it down. Ezreal's able to get some nice chunks on that with the Sheen and his W passive. They get themselves into the jungle now for a bit more vision control. Here's top side. It's just worn down. Fake God uses the ult, and that's when Major Danger feels good to get this gank on after the Prey Seeker.
The best part about that was Rodov sidestepping out of the ultimate, making sure he does not get hit by Fake God's little knock-up or knock-up root ultimate, which really looks a lot like Zyra's ultimate.
And damn, it became tough for Fake God there. Putting in the Scepter as well before with the boots, and now just getting that Wit's End. So he was like, I'm taking a lot of damage. I need a little bit more lifesteal in lane. So negated the buy speed of his Wit's End. Now here at 17 minutes. Should be able to do a little bit more against Kennen once he starts auto attacking.
Well, that Kennen is just so strong with the Gunblade.
Yeah,
the build
it hurts.
That initially was a Proto Belt to try to use that to get into the fight kind of evolved into you gotta go for the Gunblade just because you need that lane sustain and you don't want to commit to being all AD Kennen. So the next best solution is a Gunblade, which really is a good one because you can auto attack people to death, gun somebody down as a little additional crowd control tool.
Feels good to get that vamp back too. It's hardly anywhere in the game. You miss it. You miss it as a mage.
You really do. All that spell vamp. Although I don't miss it on Vladimir, actually.
Doubling up.
Yeah.
You just stack guns on him, or the
stack
revolvers.
Six
That was
guns
so
with Vlad.
dumb. So dumb. Joey's gonna stay alive here. Rodolph got himself in a scary spot. Slicing Maelstrom goes in. That's gonna be Anda going down very fast as they get a quick kill onto Major Danger. Fake God needs one more hit. Sun now has that revive on him. He's gotten the assist during the fight, and he is a big world ender now. Ryu's the next one in the eyes of the team of Clutch. And they do drop Silas down. Teleport was just used for Ryu in that fight, so a lot of map summoners here in control lost for 100 Thieves during that fight.
Clutch Gaming just surprises with how quickly they're able to collapse their solo laners. Sun and Rodolph teleporting right away into the mix and delete Anda before Tom Kent even had the opportunity to swallow him. The CC was great. They walk away with a tier 2, and now they're going to just ransack the red side jungle of 100 Thieves Academy, drop some vision, make sure that they prepare for this upcoming Inferno that's in 1 minute.
I love the vision that 100 Thieves has, but it seems like Clutch is able to just kind of scout around it. They have, you can see they have pinks all the way up and down the map, but Clutch is fighting in the area where they have vision, not mid, in the side of the jungle.
They're just so uncoordinated there. And that's trying to solo out Joey that he goes down, having accomplished little to none, and then it's just going to be all too easy for Clutch Gaming to win that fight. That was just 5 people doing 5 different things.
Bring them together. The sum of the parts will be gigantic, I promise. It needs to happen. But it's not conditional either. I was going to say it's a bit conditional, but they have an initiation. It's not that hard to hit the Cataclysm. Fake God gets in. He can kind of do some things. You're not looking to set up X versus X versus X. These fights are pretty straightforward, so with 100 Thieves vision in the right spot, I feel like they can really get a nice ult down. Oh, great damage coming in at a Prismal right away. Saves, stun. Didn't have to get the Devour on as the Charm went through both of them. But Clutch Gaming is not stopping. They are looking to activate it every moment that they can. A little bit of damage from Rodolph there. As he's got the Zhonya's finished, he becomes an even bigger Kennen threat. And this Infernal, first one of the game, remember that big percentage of damage picked up here would be awesome for the AoE that Clutch Gaming is using in their composition right now. And it is grabbed here. 20 minutes in, Baron has just spawned, and Infernal is picked up by Clutch. Stolen ultimate is Ryu for Major Danger's Rek'Sai.
And now with that Infernal Dragon, they are going to be so strong. Every member just pretty much stacking flat damage or ability power. It's going to be a world of hurt. And take a look at how well Joey engaged onto that. He almost was able to secure the kill onto Prismal and just barely was saved by stun being in there. And if you're watching Clutch Gaming throughout Academy Series, you know that Joey's Rakan is just so fast. He pulls the trigger just like that, and before you know it, the entire team is following him up. And they can. You've got Rek'Sai and Kennen, who are absolutely phenomenal at following up from any distance.
And it's been interesting to see a lot of the Rakan players change up the style of initiation that they have to do. The 0.5 seconds after ulting is really big. It locks you out of quite a bit. It feels bad to not be able to W. So you've seen earlier ults have to be used a little bit more secretly in the brush, then out of the brush, and then you W into somebody. It's been really, really cool to see other Rakans, or just W then R, since there's no W stop cooldown. It's neat.
It gives you the opportunity to experiment. Be like, how should I try engaging as Rakan?
Ryu just shook his hand and he didn't even know it. Didn't even know it. Stole that coin out of his pocket.
That must be what playing Pokemon is like. There's just something in the brush. There's a real powerful enemy.
If he walked into the brush, the screen would have went black for a second and pulled up the fight scene. It's just encounter start. Two Drakes over to the side of Clutch. They're looking to get vision onto Baron and tempt a little bit of a fight. Still that Rek'Sai ultimate onto Ryu. He's got a bit of a cooldown left on that. I think he got about 2 minutes to use it.
And this split pushing from Fake God is about to turn online. I think he might be able to be strong enough to take down the Kennen once he has the Blade of the Ruined King completed, but he's probably still going to respect Rodolph. He has that level lead. He has the CS lead. Few stacks of the Dark Seal. The CC is so powerful that do you risk it? Do you need to risk it? Not yet.
Ooh.
Not yet.
Nice big item buy in Ryu. Morello Namicon finished up. That will cut down a little bit on Aatrox, which is really starting to wreak havoc in these fights. 3-0-1. Sun's doing a great job. Get it back here. God, so extravagant. Calm down.
What skin is that? He's got wings.
The Star?
Oh, Star Guardian?
I'm guessing. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are usually pretty extravagant. And I'm gonna be wrong. And it's like some Imperial Epic Ezreal, some Galaxy. Yep.
Super Galaxy Ezreal.
You could definitely use one.
I usually just rock all the oldest skins. I'm like, no one else would have these.
Here's watch the Oh, people always rock the Sherwood Ezreal, the elf. There used to be Explorer Ezreal until they changed it.
Yeah.
Every region used Explorer Ezreal.
I use Striker.
Ooh, Striker's a good one. I use Striker Lucian a lot. Now I use the Dapper Ezreal in the black suit. So good. Baron's going down for Clutch. They have just strewn 100 Thieves across the map. Teleport's coming in. It's going to be down to half health. They get Anda in here, and things are going to be good. Oh, Pop Blossom coming down to Rodolph. They say hello. He doesn't have that Wit's End stacked up, and he gets absolutely deleted. Joey didn't make it through the wall. How unfortunate, but they're still going to try to make it over. Did they look before they leaped? Does not look good for Clutch here. They're going to lose Major Danger to start things off. And now it's going to be the rest of Clutch running for the hills. Joey gets in. Joey goes down. Great auto attacks coming in for Prismal now. He's looking for Rakara. That's a 1v1 he may not want to take, but he has stunt there, so it's everything that he wants on the front line. You can see that damage Rakara did still, and why they may have not wanted that fight, but it is picked up. It is cleaned up. Janitorial duty done by Anda, and they're onto the Baron for 100 Thieves.
And the counter punch from 100 Thieves is huge. The fact that they're fighting over the wall with so many members that can just benefit from the terrain massively is a huge boon to their composition. You've got Ezreal just popping back and forth. You've got the Jarvan comboing in and out. And even the Tahm Kench who got a Devour over the wall, making it so easy for 100 Thieves to just weave it in and out of the fight. And now they're going to get that Baron at 25 minutes with a gold deficit. This should put them in the driver's seat.
Yep, now look at that. Leave even 11-11 on the board, but Baron, like you said, in the driver's seat. And Fake God going so hard for the beginning of this fight, but I think this initiation here where Joey just missed really allowed 100 Thieves to capitalize.
And also Rodolph using his ultimate and not having the Zanya available as well. Yeah, you took out the Nico, but what about the rest of the fight? Look at that, 100 Thieves. Clutch Gaming kind of back and forth. This is a really nice engage from Joey, but Prismo just framed perfect, does not get hit by that knockup, so it's really easy for them. And then Ryu on the top side to clean out the rest of Clutch Gaming Academy.
Good strength by Rikara in that fight as well. We have said that kind of watching his presence now in the scene, he has been playing well from game to game. Had good stats in their loss yesterday and showed good positioning there. Unfortunately, he's had a tough game. It just does not become that easy to look good as a bot laner when everybody's behind.
But at least you got farm.
Hell yeah,
that's
he is.
What you want, right?
Highest farm in the game currently, 235 to 228 on Prismal. So you can still look at Rikara to be that carry Infinity Edge in his pocket, and he will start zeroing out Silas. He'll start zeroing out Nico, but it's hard to get next to those champions without going down.
Okay, so Clutch just traded their tier 1 for a Cloud Dragon. Not bad. Getting something out of nothing there when your opponents have Baron. There's no way that defending the tier 1 would have been a good idea anyways. It's just way too dangerous. It's too out there. So they can always fall back, try to defend the tier 2s, and slowly try to accrue vision back on their side of the map, because that's what's going to hurt them right now. The fact that they can't move between top and mid to defend when these pushes happen.
Joey looking to initiate on the Rakan. Top being pushed in by Nico. Here comes that split push. It looked like it was a little tough for Fake God all game, but he knew what his job was, and now he's able to do that job and play at top lane all game long.
That's the beauty about having these champions that just scale on a one-on-one fashion. You can always go back to split pushing.
Yep.
You can always just solo them out in the team fight because you know you're going to win those battles. So having those counter picks or just really champions that are going to outscale your direct counterpart are a huge asset to the game right now, because it lets you stay pressuring the map at every step of the game. But the one that you really want is when the team fights start to happen. So as long as you're kind of pushing at 15 minutes plus, you're good.
This is where 100 Thieves needs to capitalize. 0-3 so far in the summer split for Academy. They have to keep their eyes open, especially for Joey. Look at this turnaround here. They have a slight ward behind them, but that's the initiation that they're going to want. No movement from Aatrox just yet, so it'll only be the 4v3 here in the mid lane. They have to be careful with. Once they see Silas fully bot lane, they may decide to go in on this with Joey. Stunt, beautiful job there with that sixth sense, kind of feeling like something could go wrong, as they have not seen Joey covering the mid lane turret.
That would be the call the second you see Silas and Nico in the top lane try to go for the engage. But there's double summoners in the bottom lane out of 100 Thieves. How on earth do you catch Prismo, who's got Frozen Fist to slow you down, the Cutlass to both, he's Ezreal, and then there's a Tahm Kench with Exhaust.
Ryu with the quickness on. You touch him, he is out as you are charmed. There's nothing that's going to stop Silas right now as he pushes onto the bot lane, and they know it. Rodolph can't even really go in on him. He'll just get stunned up and might even get taken down in the process if he does not Zanya's fast enough. Big damage onto the turrets coming in now. Iceborne Gauntlet as well for Prismo allows him to just kite out, whether Kennen ulting in or you have Sun trying to fly in with World Ender here. So a lot of what 100 Thieves is able to build is just countering this Clutch Gaming squad.
They did a really good job there pushing those tier 2s, but unfortunately not able to crack the tier 1 in the top lane. Only the tier 1, or sorry, tier 3 base turrets in the mid lane. No inhibitors yet, so we're going to have to wait for a next Baron fight for these bases to be broken. But at least we'll have a fight before that, which will come out with this Infernal that was just kind of giving up last time.
I like Prismal. We went for Ludens, and then he's like, oh wait, I still need Blade, and I still get Ludens later. But so much damage, so much cooldown, extra cooldown into adaptive damage. Like Ezreal, at this point in the game, he stings.
He's got a stopwatch too.
Yeah.
That might be building into just a GA here, but still, that's just so difficult to go on him. His best targets are going to be inside a Maelstrom, if he ever gets caught by Joey, or even the Rek'Sai ultimate. Just pop that Hourglass, survive a bit of damage, wait for those cooldowns to be back, and that should give him about enough time for 2 arcane shifts in a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Makes his positioning and damage insane.
You already have the GA here for Anda. He is just happy to go in and see what the result of the fight is, as he'll be able to come back up. Major danger goes in. Oh, he does get charmed. They get Prismal for a second. There's that stopwatch you were talking about. Possibly has the flash when he comes back out. Damage is huge, and that's going to be taking down Joey. No more support for Rakar on the backside. Got to watch him now, as he is a big player. Featherstorm goes down. Rodolph takes a bit of damage as they cannot get in. Everything's based off that first initial hit. If they don't find Joey, if they don't find the Slicing Maelstrom to connect, 100 Thieves has a chance to counter.
It was so fierce, that engage, but they did not anticipate how difficult the Ezreal was going to be, because Stunt was right next to him. You saw that Major Danger was trying to knock up Tahm Kench so that he would not be able to devour Ezreal, but it didn't matter. The stopwatch bought enough time, and he burned his flash for it too. But now you've got Stunt, who also's got flash again, that's going to be able to use it to position himself next to the AD carry, devour him out of any troublesome situation, and the engage that Clutch Gaming just went for just cost him 2 inhibitors.
A quick all into the base as well. Like you said, 2 inhibitors down, and we will see the replay here. So close on getting Prismal, but his focus on saving himself also just as fast.
So this is the same kind of engage that we've been seeing out of Joey, where he flashes in, uses the dash to try to anticipate the Ezreal loop, but there's just too much kiting in a corridor that's way too difficult for the rest of the members to go through. Remember, that's a Rek'Sai tunneling in, and a Rakan are flashing in. There's not a lot of members that can do that, so to expect follow-up when there's a Tahm Kench involved is just too much out of the rest of Clutch Gaming.
And a Sag and Drag is slowing down. His flag and drag over the wall was sick. It actually stopped Rodolph right before Slicing Maelstrom really would have been in range for Prismal as he came out of his stopwatch. So a lot of damage mitigated there by the right plays for 100 Thieves. Here again, seeing it come in. A rinse and repeat. Clutch doesn't want to stop. They're right back to the batting order. And they do lose Joey to start things off once again. And just getting out of the Infernal Chains. And it looks like Major Danger's going to get out of the Pop Blossom as well. A few back and forth. Who considers the fight more in their advantage now? And the Resurrecting Sun to come back up. World Ender's down. Slicing Maelstrom to try and turn the tide of the fight as they get their mid laner back. And Sun cannot deliver the damage. Neither can Rodolph on the top. Rakara's going to be down next as they turn the nest into shambles. That is an ace onto Clutch Gaming for 100 Thieves.
It's going to be their first win. Look at the timers. It's 10 seconds for Joey. 100 Thieves has done it. They have their first win on the board for the summer split.
Absorbing the attacks, understanding when they were a bit behind, but also what worked better for them in any situation. And 100 Thieves were able to see the light at the end of the tunnel on this one. And they will pick up their first victory of the summer split for the Academy League.
What a great series out of the bottom lane. Stunt and Prismal really showing off. But the rest of the team, look at the angles of that. You ever see League of Legends in that?
Yes! Woo!
They got their first win. Now
That's
the
amazing.
The LCS team has
We
to
almost
do the
had to
same.
go back to the game. No, I'm just kidding. It is great to see, though. A lot of perseverance. Things become just so, there's so much turmoil, I should say. Change the sentence. When there are losses like that, people can say, oh, things are good. But you know, on a team, it just feels bad to always lose. Nobody has confidence in each other. And it's hard to find a winning ways even after that. So to find it on Clutch has to feel great.
Especially because Clutch started 2-0, put up such a strong fight against Golden Guardians as well. So you knew that this was going to be a difficult battle. You prepped for it, and it worked. You took the Tahm Kench Ezreal, banking on the scaling, and you pulled through when the fights really mattered.
It was pretty crazy the way they did it. So we get back into the replays as we check out that game, back and forth, early game until Clutch win that mid-game team fight. This was at 18 minutes in, and the 4-for-1, when you were expecting a little something else to happen, they were able, 100 Thieves was able to come out strong with the initiation, but then they fell apart.
Yeah, I was thinking that this was going to be a really good fight for Clutch Gaming the second that the Jarvan committed so much, and it was. Clutch Gaming really walked away victorious here. They were able to take down the Sylas after it as well, and we're thinking, okay, they have the advantage here. It's about time that we see Clutch Gaming come back to it. They were 2-0 at the start. Where is this team at? There it is, but the story did not end there because we had like 4 more fights like that.
And it was quick. Just 6 minutes later, 100 Thieves strike back with an ace in Clutch's jungle. Things you are not expecting. And this was that kind of misuse of big priority ultimates. The slicing maelstrom for one person and a missed initiation.
And it was a tough Baron call out of them because they were trying to go for a Baron that then turned into collapse on this teleport and try to take a team fight here, which, by the way, here's a minor little note. There is no vision for Clutch Gaming in that corridor. There's double control wards out of 100 Thieves, which makes it so hard to weave in and out of that fight. Who do you go on? You can't see anybody. So they really chose a very poor location to collapse and take a fight that just bit them so hard because they lost the Baron.
And when you do see somebody, for the fact that they attack over the wall, that falsifies you into attack, and you're just there. Oh man, I can see it. My hair is getting pulled out now. Our last replay is going to be the final fight of the game when 100 Thieves again continue to absorb, continue to find things. Another missed initiation is Joey and the team wanted to get something back.
Yeah, this was after a fight that just broke out that no one was able to actually connect on, and the turn there was sick. You got Stunt leading the charge. The veteran of the team saying, no, we're not done here, guys. Get back in the mix here. Flashes in, make sure that Kennen commits, and this is just a beautiful Cataclysm out of Anda, making up for all the failed ones earlier with a great stopwatch as well to seal the deal. And I love the call here. Teleport right away, end the game. No need to mess around.
If you miss the first 4 Cataclysms, try and try again. It'll work.
That's the attitude you got to have. You got to just keep trying, and you can't get deterred. I know that I've been through that. A lot of these players, the second you miss one, you can just see it go downhill, but you know what you need to do. I need to land a good Cataclysm this fight. That's all I need to do. When you focus and you zero in on that, you get the results that we just saw.
So looking at that, Prismal playing quite well at the AD carry position. Definitely someone to watch throughout the season. Most damage coming in for that game on the Ezreal, and was able to keep himself alive in a lot of situations where you saw on the other side there was a Rakan trying to save the AD carry.
He did really well. The one thing I will say, never do again, teleport that Ezreal into Kennen Rek'Sai in the top lane. That was the one play that still sticks in my head. Okay, you won the team fights, did all that later, but that one, ooh. That one would have been punished.
There's
hard.
like this aura where all Ezreals now have like one mess up to be made.
Oh no!
You know, since time has been had. There's been a few in history. 2 games down now, but we are just getting started here for the Academy League. Coming up next, we'll see Echo Fox Academy take on the reigning champs of TSM Academy. See you there.
Game 3.